Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Personal and Professional Use of Technology presentation. A lot of the information presented to you will be read aloud for district purposes, and I will also try to put it in layman's terms for you as well. What we're going to be discussing about in this presentation is acceptable use in our district in regards to technology, bring your own technology, policies for students, staff, and administration, the 9 themes of digital citizenship, Children Internet Protection Act, and inappropriate use of technology. If you would like to view this video later on within the school year for extra information, you can view this presentation at any time in our staff development folder under the August folder, again within our staff development. It is the desire of the school district to provide network access to information of educational relevance and value to students and of instructional and administrative support to teachers, staff, and administrators. Use of the internet and of other networks is particularly useful for educational research, access to instructional materials, and educational information exchange. Such use is encouraged to enhance the school district's instructional objectives and for enrichment of the school district's curricular resources. Students, teachers, staff, and administrators are authorized to have access to only that information which is appropriate for use in an educational setting and at the age and grade appropriate levels. So, what does all of this mean? Our district really loves technology, and we want to provide it for all teachers, administrators, students, and staff. The district wants to encourage you to use technology to enhance your content and objectives in your work environment and classrooms. You have access to technology that is age appropriate to your campus, and it is a privilege, not a right, to use it. The district is not responsible for fixing personal devices, personal programs, or sites that are not intended for instructional use. The school district does not authorize use of its network resources for private purposes, including but not limited to activities which are for profit, recreation, or for access to information which promotes illegal or immoral activity or which is indecent or obscene. The use of school district technology devices to gain access to such information is prohibited. In compliance with state law, computer technicians who, in the course and scope of performing their job, views an image on a computer that is or appears to be child pornography is required to immediately report the discovery to a local or state law enforcement agency or the cyber tip line at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Students using personal or school district technology devices to gain such access shall be disciplined under the Student Code of Conduct. Employees are subject to be discharged from employment for good cause, including but not limited to violating the standards of the profession. Persons who use school district technology devices for unauthorized purposes shall have their technology devices and network privileges suspended or revoked. So, what does all of this mean? You can't use district technology, even the network, to make money or for recreational use. If you are on an illegal or inappropriate site, your technology privileges can be taken away and or loss of employment can happen. Computer people such as myself and iTech have to report inappropriate use of technology. Students who also do such things with their personal devices and school technology will be disciplined under the Student Code of Conduct. And yes, it has happened. The best advice a lawyer once gave me a long time ago was to always read your handbook and code of conduct more than once throughout the year. This is so that you and your students have a better understanding of what the district policies are and what our district technology use policies are as well. Bring your own technology. Staff and students in grades 2nd through 12th grade only may bring a personal technology device to school to be used for educational purposes only and where wireless access is available. Personal devices must be connected to the Aldine ISD public Wi-Fi network for SIPA compliance. Staff and students are expected to exhibit digital citizenship by following the acceptable use policy while using any technology device. Staff and students and everyone in Aldine ISD are solely responsible for personal technology devices that are brought to school. Students must keep devices turned off, on silent, or vibrate mode as defined by their teacher or campus administration. Campus administrators and teachers have the right to prohibit use of devices at certain times or during designated activities that occur during the school day. However, the teacher may allow use of devices for instructional purposes. Additional instructions are provided in the Aldine ISD Bring Your Own Technology guidelines. So, again, what does all of this mean? The district and our campus will allow bring your own devices to school. Students and teachers must access the district public Wi-Fi when on Aldine grounds. They must know how to do this on their own without the help of a computer technician or an iTech. You need to make sure that you are practicing good digital citizenship skills when using devices on campus. You and you alone are responsible for your technology, not the district. Remember to keep your devices off or on silent or on vibrate during the school day. We will be following district and campus guidelines for bring your own device. This will be discussed during your staff development in August. Policies for students, staff, and administrators. Personal information and confidentiality. Users shall maintain the confidentiality of their personal identifiable information, including their name, home address, and home telephone number, and shall not release such information to unauthorized individuals. Password and security. Users shall maintain the confidentiality of their logon identifiers and passwords and use only their assigned logon identifiers and passwords. Data integrity and copyright. Users shall not gain access to, use, rename, erase, alter, or manipulate another person's computer files, programs, media, or passwords without the consent of the originator. Social hacking. Users shall not pretend or assume the identity of another user when posting, transmitting, or receiving messages. Stewardship. Users shall not use school district technology devices for private purposes or to gain access to indecent or obscene information or information which promotes illegal, unethical, or immoral activities. In short, what this all means is you need to keep your private information private. Do not share usernames and passwords with anybody, and do not use somebody else's username or password to do illegal or inappropriate activity on technology devices. The next 3 subjects will be actually read again to you per district. We're going to be talking about the 9 themes of digital citizenship, Children's Internet Protection Act, or SIPA, and inappropriate use of technology. The 9 themes of digital citizenship. Digital citizenship can be defined as the norms of appropriate, responsible behavior with regard to technology use. Digital access. To become productive citizens, we need to be committed to make sure that no one is denied digital access. Digital commerce. Users need to learn about how to be effective consumers in a new digital economy. Digital communication. Everyone has the opportunity to communicate and collaborate with anyone from anywhere at any time. Unfortunately, many users have not been taught how to make appropriate decisions when faced with so many different digital communication options. Digital literacy. Learners must be taught how to learn in a digital society. In other words, learners must be taught to learn anything, anytime, anywhere. Digital etiquette. It is not enough to create rules and policy. We must teach everyone to become responsible digital citizens in this new society. Digital law. Users need to understand that stealing or causing damage to other people's work, identity, or property online is a crime. Digital rights and responsibilities. Digital citizens have the right to privacy, free speech, etc. Basic digital rights must be addressed, discussed, and understood in the digital world. With these rights also come responsibilities as well. Digital health and wellness. Users need to be taught that there are inherent dangers of technology. Digital citizenship includes a culture where technology users are taught how to protect themselves through education and training. Digital security, self-protection. As responsible citizens, we must protect our information from outside forces that might cause disruption or harm. Children's Internet Protection Act. Aldine ISD will abide by the Children's Internet Protection Act of 2011, or CIPA. Specifically, these criteria will be followed. Filtering will be provided for all Internet-enabled technology devices used by students, parents, and other stakeholders. Filtering will be disabled only for bona fide research or other lawful purposes. Online activities of minors will be monitored for appropriate use. Safe and secure use by minors of direct electronic communications, including email, chat rooms, and instant messaging, will be assured. All students will receive instruction on the safe use of the internet, including safety precautions for email, online chat, instant messaging, texting, and other online behaviors. Unauthorized disclosure, use, and dissemination of personal identification information regarding minors are prohibited. Post a clear and comprehensive online privacy policy describing their information practices for personal information collected online from persons under age of 13. This is under the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Make reasonable efforts to provide direct notice to parents of the operator's practices with regard to the collection, use, or disclosure of personal information from persons under 13. Obtain verifiable parental consent with limited expectations prior to any collection, use, and/or disclosure of personal information from persons under age 13. This is saying that any website that you would like students to sign up on and they're under the age of 13, before you show them to sign up on that website, you need to have parental consent and administrative consent for students to sign up on these sites. Okay, that's what that means, especially if the children are under the age of 13, and you need to explain to parents and administrators what the site does. Provide a reasonable means for a parent to review the personal information collected from their child and to refuse to permit its further use or maintenance. Establish and maintain reasonable procedures to protect the confidentiality, security, and integrity of the personal information collected from children under age 13. Inappropriate uses of technology. Employees should always be aware of inappropriate uses of technology. Material including but not limited to text or pictures involving hate speech, nudity, obscenity, vulgarity, conduct illegal for a minor, sexually explicit content. Everyone is required to report any inappropriate use of technology to an administrator or somebody in leadership so they can handle that inappropriate use effectively and efficiently. And congratulations to you. You have now completed your acceptable use staff development course. Be sure to answer the following questions in Schoology to proceed to the next section. By passing and completing the questions in Schoology, you are agreeing to use technology on the campus and in the district appropriately. Thanks again.